Good morning, everybody. It's Natalie, Hotshot Adventures. You guys, the She Beast has hit 25,000 miles, and I want to do a review probably every like 25,000 miles in the line of work that I'm in. For those of you who don't know, maybe new to the channel, just Ford fanatics. I'm not sure how you came to me, but that's fine. You're here. For those of you who don't know, I am a hotshot trucker, okay? So I purchased this truck in March of 2020, which is about 4 months ago, and she has 25,000 miles on her already. I use this truck 100% for business purposes. I'm a transport company, so I haul a 40-foot gooseneck trailer along with this truck, and I want to do a review because Ford has come out with a lot of changes in the 2020 versus the years past, and there's some really neat stuff that comes along with this truck, and I want to go over all of that for you guys. Her performance, the specs on the truck, maintenance so far, you know, which obviously is going to be minimal. I personally was never a fan of Ford, and then I picked up some Fords along the way recently, and you know, I come from a Chevy family, so just everything was Chevy, you know. But I have become a big fan of the Ford now, and I'm going to go over the reasons why. For those of you who didn't know, or maybe haven't seen some of my videos from the beginning of the year when I started my channel, I leased a 2019 F350 from Enterprise when I started my business. And so I had this 2019 for, since it was brand new, up until 65,000 miles. Took me about 9 months to put that mileage on the 2019 truck. I returned that 2019 truck to Enterprise, and then I went and purchased this one because I liked the truck so much. So, but I had experience with the 2019, the 6-speed transmission, hauling and towing with that truck. And then I'm going to do a comparison against the 2020 and the 10-speed transmission. Along in this comparison video between the 2019 and the 2020, I did do my own kind of mileage or MPG review along with that. So I wanted to give you guys my numbers and show you, you know, what the difference that I saw. So just a quick update, you guys. I try really hard not to create videos that are more than 10 or 15 minutes long, because I just think that gets really tedious to watch. But I did just do last week the Delco trailer review, and that video was about 25 minutes long. So what I did was I added timestamps, and I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but if you did notice it, if you did like that, because it was such a long, lengthy video, I did go ahead and add in those timestamps, and hopefully that kind of helped you. Or recently I added playlists. I started the channel at the beginning of this year in 2020, and I've probably got, I don't know, over 50 videos already, and it's getting, you know, the amount of videos is just increasing. One last update. I have been posting a link, you guys, to the Patreon page. Very low cost, you know, but for those of you who have specific questions, time and my efforts, my knowledge are valuable, and I am happy to answer questions. I had to take down my email, and I kind of replaced it with the Patreon. I do try to keep up on the comments on the YouTube channel. However, I may or may not answer your questions on the YouTube channel. I answer the majority of them, I believe. If you do want to get a hold of me, reach out to me on the Patreon page. Check it out. There's going to be a link down below in all of my videos, and then there's also a thumbnail in the end of all of my videos. Okay guys, so this is the 25,000 mile review. I purchased this 2020. This is a 2020 F350 crew cab, dual rear wheel. This is a 6.7 liter diesel Power Stroke engine. It did have, anyways, I pulled it off, but it had an 8-foot bed on it and doesn't anymore. I'll go over that in a little bit. But this is the truck. I purchased it in March. I do use it for business. And it's now pretty much the end of July. So it's been 4 months and she's got 25,000 miles on her already. I do use her for business. So she is a work truck. And, but Ford has gone through some changes from the 2019 and previous years to the 2020, and I wanted to go over that with you guys. So this truck boasts 475 horsepower, right? She's got 1,050 pounds, foot-pounds of torque. Payload max is 6,530 pounds, and she's got a tow rating of 31,300 pounds. Ford is still considering this a third generation truck. However, the 2020s that they came out with boast a lot of big changes. The biggest change primarily was made under the hood when when Ford moved from the 6-speed transmission to a 10-speed transmission, which offers a wider gear ratio. The other upgrades is it's got a redesigned electronic activated turbocharger, which gives you improved pumping efficiency and throttle response. Went ahead and did some upgrades to the Pro Trailer Backup Assist and the trailer sway control, and I do have those options in this truck. Really neat thing that I that I thought was really cool was that Ford made these changes from the 6-speed transmission to the 10-speed, and they, you know, made some changes to the block and the injectors and the fuel, you know, all of this stuff. But they were able to fit the redesigned, basically, engine and transmission into the same space as the 2019 or the 6-speed transmissions, engines, compartments. And the upgrades only added 3.5 pounds of weight to the engine and transmission. So this truck's GVWR is rated for 14,000 pounds, and she's got a gear axle ratio of 3.55. That's what the truck came with, and I have felt that I have enough power, I have enough get up and go, I have enough oomph in this truck to easily haul my trailer and my freight, and I don't have any issues with that gear axle ratio. And I really like the MPG that I get off of this truck and this transmission and at that gear ratio. So my GCWR, my combined everything rating is 40,000 pounds. I don't come close to that. My trailers are rated for 24,000 pounds max, and we'll just call the truck 10,000 pounds. So I don't get close to this number. If I did, I might look into changing the gear ratio, but at this point I feel that this truck has plenty of power, like I said, plenty of get up and go. Also came stock with this truck are the Michelin all-terrain tires. They are 245/75 R17s. They're stock. I thought I wanted a highway tire because that would help with my MPG when I first got this truck, but I ended up just starting to run with it, and I left the tires that are on. Really, I have been very pleased. For those of you guys who saw the review on the truck when I first got her, and when I talked about the tires, you guys said, you know, oh, Natalie, you've got the best tires on the market. They're great. You guys were right. I love these tires. I'm very pleased with these tires. So as you guys can see, I have removed the bed of this truck. That was for business purposes, to keep in compliance with the state of California and the governing laws and powers that be. The reason behind that is because with this truck and my trailers, my two 40-foot gooseneck trailers that I own, my total length is 66 feet, almost 67 feet. I had to register my pickup truck. I had to remove the bed because the definition, according to the state of California, for a pickup truck is a vehicle that you can put stuff in the bed. So with no bed, you can no longer put anything in the bed. I was able to re-register the truck no longer as a pickup truck so that I could keep in compliance. And what that does is that changed my total length allowance from 65 feet to 75 feet. So now I'm legal and now I'm in compliance with that law. Otherwise, I would have never removed the bed. But I did remove the bed. It's aluminum, bed, so it was very light. Had it removed. I haven't done anything really else to the truck. This is a stock truck. I do not want a Frankenstein truck. Even though this truck is used for business purposes, I want to see what this truck can do, what the longevity is on this truck, and I want to see how she performs and continues to perform as her miles go higher. Obviously, the more that I use her, I want to see how she functions overall, and with added miles and length of time, I want to see what she's going to do stock. So I don't want to Frankenstein her. I don't want to put a bunch of computers under the engine. I don't want to change the gear ratio. I don't want to do much. I had a 75-gallon auxiliary tank at the rear of the truck, and I don't have it on there now, but I will be getting another auxiliary tank. And then there's a little bit of talk about maybe putting in a sleeper. Other than that, I'm not going to do anything to this truck. This truck is going to remain a stock truck. I want to see under the pressure that Ford says that this vehicle can take. I want to see how she performs and how she lasts over the years. So let's talk maintenance, you guys. Obviously 25,000 miles, there's not much that I've done so far. I changed the first oil change I did was at 7,000 miles, and I did a second oil change at 17,000 miles. Now at 27 or 26, she'll be needing another oil change. Other than that, that's been the only maintenance. I personally choose to run a full synthetic oil in this truck, and I am planning on using only OEM parts for this truck, and that's just a personal choice. Everybody's got an opinion, and that's what I'm using. The only other thing that I need to do or get done soon is I'm going to have the tires rotated, balanced, and an alignment done, but that's all as far as maintenance. So I did go ahead and add on the extended warranty. I don't remember what the total cost was. They just kind of wrap it up into the loan, right? But I did get an extended warranty, 150,000 miles powertrain and 100,000 miles bumper to bumper. The truck is 4 months old and she's already at 25,000 miles. So these extended warranties are not going to last as long for me as they would for somebody else that maybe is not using their truck solely, primarily for business purposes in the industry that I'm in. However, I did that for a reason, and Ford, says they're going to stand behind their warranty. It is a test for me. It's well worth the money for me, and it gives me peace of mind, security, and they've told me that they will guarantee, and stand up to these warranties, even though I use this truck commercially. And, we know, for those of you guys who know about Ford, there are some, we'll just call them suspension parts that maybe don't last as long as they should, or as Ford says they should. And suspension is going to be a big thing for me in the transportation industry. So these are some tests that I wanted to run and see if Ford is really going to stand up with that warranty, and if I have to open up a warranty claim on it, how long it's going to take them, if I'm going to get, have a ton of headaches, getting these things taken care of, and we'll go from there. So that about wraps it up, you guys. I am overall very pleased with the performance of this truck, the gear ratio, the mileage, everything. I have, I did my research. I intentionally chose the type of truck that I have, and I am very pleased with her performance and with, my company so far, that I've been able to handle anything that has been thrown at me thus far. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how things go in the long run with this truck, and seeing if this continues to be the type of truck and the size of truck that is going to be beneficial to me and my business in the future, in the trucks that we have to purchase to come. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this was beneficial for you guys, and stay tuned.